Hi there gamers, it's the Immortal Adrian here, and we're back with a brand new game, Valheim. If you're watching this because you're one of my subscribers, then you've been playing Ark. Now I strongly suggest you give this game a go. It's only $20 on Steam, and it's sold over 2 million copies in the first 2 weeks of its release. It's going to be very, very big. We're going to jump straight into this now. This is going to be a quick start, and later on I'll do some more videos with the in-depth detail about how to do different aspects of the game. So we're just going to make a quick change to the settings here. On the inventory, it's tab key. We can press a key. I'm going to press the I key and change the inventory under the I key because that's what it is in Ark, and that'll save some confusion. Now we can start the game. Now the difference between this game and other games is you can start a brand new game with an existing character with all these skills and weapons and everything. So we're not going to do that. We're going to start a new game, a new character. And not going to bother too much with the details, except let's give him some hair and a beard. And you give him a name, and I'm going to call him Gamer, just for fun. And here's Gamer, and we're ready to start. What you'll see here is there'll be a game, probably a world, that has an existing seed key. Now these are procedurally generated maps, which means every time you start a new game, you get a different map. So when you start your game, your map will be different to mine. Now that's okay, but if you want to follow on exactly what I'm doing to make your first start of the game quite easy, then start with this new world, and instead of taking the seed that they give you, paste the seed key that I've given in the description below. Paste that in there and then give your new world any name you want, and I'm going to call it Quickstart. And that's done, and we're ready to start into that world. Now this will start the intro sequence, which goes on for a couple of minutes. We'll cut that and we'll jump straight into it. Okay, they've dropped us right in the middle of these runestones here in the starting area. And you'll see a bird over there, and this is Hugin, and you can click the E key and he will give you some information. Now the E key does just about everything in this game. Opens boxes, picks things up, and so let's start picking stuff up. Now around the outside here, you'll see there's a stone. We can pick that up, and you can see it shows us these new inventory items. There's a branch, we'll pick that up. Now when you click it, it bounces it and frees it, and then you kind of step over it to actually pick it up, and that's in our inventory. So we've got a couple of stones and a couple of branches. Now around the back here, there's some berry bushes, there's raspberries. We click that and pick a couple of raspberries, and also there are some mushrooms. So mushrooms. So let's pick that branch up, and now let's click the I key, or if you haven't changed your key settings, it'll be your tab key, whatever, to open your inventory. And we can see we've got 2 stones we've picked up, we've got 3 bits of wood, 2 berries and 2 mushrooms. Now I'm going to click the berry and put that in slot 7, and click the mushroom and put that in slot 8. And then if I close my inventory, you can see slot 7 and 8 are still there. Now down the bottom left, you'll see my health bar. If I click 7, it puts a strawberry, and I eat the strawberry, and I click 8 and I eat the mushroom. Now that health bar will slowly go up to increase the health because I've got food in my inventory now. Now what we've got to do as soon as possible, if we hit the inventory key, you can see over here we can have a hammer, a stone axe and a club. Now we need to get a stone axe as soon as possible. That's 5 wood and 4 stone. And while we're playing the game, we're going to head in a northerly direction. See this tall stone here? That's north. If we hit the M key, that'll show us the map, and we want to head up, which is north, if you're playing the same map as me, because that is the best place to start a base, in my opinion, on this map. So let's just start heading this way and pick up as much fruit and stuff as you can. And certainly pick up as many of these branches and stones until we get that axe, because as soon as we start getting attacked by the dwarfs, then we're going to be in trouble unless we've got some kind of a weapon. And the best weapon is a stone axe. Now, you can make a... There's Hugo, he's going to keep following us everywhere. He's got a heap of information. So, read his information as you go. It's very useful. So let's see another stone. Yeah, there's another stone. And just keep checking my inventory. I've got enough wood. I need one more stone. I can make an axe. Go away. Still heading north. Okay, so this is going to be a quick start. I'm going to shuffle through this until I get a stone. There. Right, now I can hit the I key, my inventory key, stone axe, click craft, and I've got a stone axe, and that's in slot 2. Now, if I hit 2, he's got his axe. Now I can head north. Now W key, WASD are your normal movement keys. The W key is walk, and if I hit the shift key at the same time, he runs. See, walk, run. And running uses stamina. See, the stamina bar goes down, 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 and he can only run until that stamina runs out. And the stamina has run out, and now he walks. So, and now you have to wait until his stamina builds up again before he can run again. So, he carries a significant amount of weight. Next, he carries up to 300 kilos. And he can carry like 299 kilos without any effect. And as soon as he's at 300 kilos, all of a sudden he's encumbered and he can barely walk. So if we have a quick look at our weight here, is 20 kilos of 300. So we can carry a lot more than that. We're going to need a lot of wood to build our first base. Over there's a boar moving around. Now, he's going to attack us. So we'll click the 2 key and get our axe out. And we're going to kill him before he kills us. Just run over to him and slash. Left key. A couple of hits and he's down. And what happens then is he spawns some meat and some leather scraps. And walk over those and collect those. And meat, you can't eat raw meat. So you cook it. And then meat is a better source of food. Or it's one of the better sources of food than these berries. So you can actually have 3 sources of food going at once. Berries, mushrooms and meat. So continuing to head north, and what you'll notice, we've just gone through a paddock, a meadow, and now we're heading back into the bush. The better resources are in the bush, but there's always stones in the meadow. There's a particular spot that we're aiming for. Just going to get, as I said before, as much of this food as you can. Now let's just play with our axe a little bit while we're here. A couple of hits. You'll see every time you use something, every time you run, every time you swing an axe, you get skill improvements. Just by playing the game, your skill improves. So that improves automatically. You don't have to worry about it, except just keep working it. Also jumping. My jump skill just improved. So the more you do something, the more it improves. Jump, it's improved again. So, and jumping takes stamina. And we're still heading north. Let's look at the map. Right, we're still heading north. We might have to veer a little bit to the east. I'm going to run a little bit because the next thing we have to do is build our first little base. And we're going to bump into some of these bad guys pretty soon, no doubt. Okay, now we've found a village. Nice little village here. Let me just see where we are. And just in the background there is the Black Forest. So if we come up and have a look here, those trees there, that's black forest. Don't go in there yet. That's scary stuff. We've got to be ready when we go in there. So we found this little village, and we can use this as our starter base. And we can just find an empty building like this, and there is chest. Let's check the chest, and there's some goodies in there. We'll take all. We'll have a quick look around at all of these little huts and see if there's other goodies. Yep, there's a beehive in here. See, up against the wall, that's a beehive. Now, bees are good. Bees are excellent because they're a good source of food, an early source of food. And we can tame the bees. So we're going to move into this little hut here. Now, what we do is, the first thing we do is we open our inventory, and we need to build a hammer. Click on that. We've got 15 wood. We've got enough wood and stone so we can craft a hammer. Now we have the hammer. It's got all these new items. It's in slot 4. We've got a couple of torches. I think we must have got one from the box. So I put the hammer in slot 1. Close the inventory. Now click 1. And if we right click, this is our building menu. Miscellaneous, crafting, building and furniture. We've got no building or furniture yet. So crafting, this third item, workbench, click that. That's the first thing we want. Just step back, give yourself some room, use your mouse wheel to scroll this thing around and put it somewhere wherever you want it, up against the wall, and then left click and it's there. And the red one's there. If automatically gives you another one. We don't want that. Make sure you don't click it twice. So click the 1 key, get rid of that, and here's our workbench. You can see all the stuff that's coming up on the screen to show you all the good stuff that we can build with the workbench. Now, if we click 1 again and right click, you can see now under building, we've got all of these items that we can build. And that's all the stuff that's coming up on the left-hand side of the screen, what we can build. And some furniture we can also build. The most important one here, well, they're all important, bed, a chest, and a torch. So let's just close this, and we've got to put a roof on here. So if we right click, go to building, and these little apexes, thatch roof ridge, 26 degrees, or thatch roof ridge, 45 degrees. Now I can see that this is a 45 degree roof, so I'm going to put the 45 degree in there. Something went wrong. There, missing requirement. Missing what? Wood. We've run out of wood. Now, it doesn't cost anything. Every time you destroy an item, you get all of the resources back. Let's look at our inventory. We've only got 2 wood left. Now, this particular spot is really handy for a couple of reasons. One, over here, we've already got some food. We've got some fruit trees growing. We've got some boars running around. It's a really good little spot. And there's a couple of stacks of wood. So if we hit our 2 key and get our axe up and hit this pile of wood, it breaks open all of this wood, and we have a look at our inventory, and that gave us 18 wood. We come over here and click this. And that's given us 16 wood. So we've got a total of 34 wood out of that little pile. That's going to help us get started. So we'll just come back into our little hut, and the 1 key for the building tool, and we can start placing this ridge up here to finish the roof, and there it is. Now there's also some holes in the wall, and see how broken that is. If we click the 1 key and then right click and then left click our hammer, you can see this marker here tells us what condition it's in. It's pretty poor. If we left click, it'll repair it. So we just move along and repair this whole thing. And the beauty of this is it doesn't cost you anything to repair. Nothing at all. You can see how damaged it is and then how good it is after I repair it. We can fix the whole place up so it's like new. It just takes a bit of stamina out of you. So just take your time with it, fix the place up. Right, now before we can have a bed, we need to have a fireplace. Now the fireplace, I'll give you a hint. Don't put it near the door because you burn yourself every time you walk in and out. So put it up the back end of your little building here. Now, you can't put a fireplace. Let's just open under miscellaneous. There's a fireplace. You can't put it on the wood. Now, to get rid of something is you hover your building item over it and then hit the middle mouse wheel, and that destroys the floor underneath it and gives you the piece of wood back. And there's our bare wood, our bare ground, and we can put the fireplace there. Now there's the fireplace. Now the thing about this is this cabin is going to fill up with smoke. So we have to delete that piece of roof right there, and then now the smoke can get out. But as soon as it starts raining, it's going to put the fire out. So what we do is get a bit of a roof, it doesn't matter which one. I'm going to use this thatch roof, 26 degrees, and if I put it there, you can see that it has a roof, but it also has an opening. Now I'm going to turn it around the other way and then place that. Now have a look at what's going on there. We'll just run up the hill here a little bit. So that'll keep the rain out and that'll let the smoke out. So that's perfect. That is exactly what we need now. Piece of wood. Be careful. If you get in the fire, you will burn and your health will go down. Now I picked these berries, but I didn't eat any. So if we click the 7 and an 8 key and see what happens down the bottom, our health bar starts to go up a little bit. Now we killed a boar and we got this bit of meat here. So just get close enough to pick that wood up. Now there's a couple more boars out here. So let's take our axe, and we can tame these boars, but they keep coming back. So I'm going to kill him and get some more meat. Two hits is usually enough, and we get a bit of leather and a bit of meat. Let me have a look at my inventory. So we've got 2 pieces of meat. So let's come back down, come into our base and hit the 1 key, right click, under crafting. This second item is the cooking station. Now I'm going to put the cooking station over the fire, and then I'm going to open my inventory. I'm going to put the meat in slot 4, close the inventory, and this crosshair in the middle of my screen, aim it there so that it shows the cooking station. Click 4 and it puts the meat on the cooking station, and it cooks the meat. Now this only takes about 20 seconds. So after 20 seconds, you'll see it'll make a noise and it'll give an animation to show you that it's cooked. And then you've got about 20 seconds to get it off. If you don't get it off within 20 seconds, it burns and turns into charcoal, which is still a useful... There it goes. Now we just hit the E key and then point to it and press the E key again, and it goes into our inventory, and there it is here. Now I like to have meat in slot 8. Now if I put that in slot 8 and then press the 8 key, look at my food value goes way up, and my stamina now is much higher than it was before. So there we are. All we need to do is put a door on the front here. Now have I got any wood? Yeah, still got some wood. So right click, press 1 to get the building. Right click to get the building menu. Left click on this building here and then look for a door. This is a door, wood door. Use your scroll wheel to put it the right way around and place it in the slot. There's your door. Now you're safe in here. you're safe from basically everything. So that's going to be it for this episode. I'll just show you one more thing. Now, if we come up to this workbench and move closer to it and then hit the E key, it opens up all of this stuff here that you can build. Arrows, club, torch, hammer, which you can do anyway from, some of this you can do from your inventory. If we close that and open our inventory, we get this stuff that you can build when you're out and about. So you don't have to be near your workbench. You can build these 4 items. But once you're near your workbench, you can build a lot more things. You can get clothes and a crude bow. That's the next important thing we need to have, and a shield. So you see our hammer here is half worn out and our axe is a little bit worn out. So if we click here, repair an item, we just click that and repaired our tunic, repaired a stone axe, repaired our hammer. Now have a look, and all these are back to full health. Now you can do all these repairs and it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you any resources to repair your stuff. This is a good spot to end the video. That's Hugan again, trying to give us more information. Tell us about the workbench. It's getting dark, so this is a good place to end the episode. I'm going to come back a little bit later and do a little bit more. Hope this helps to get you started. Oh, actually, before I do, most important thing, we've got to get a bed. You need to get your bed in as soon as possible. And I'm going to put the bed down here by the fire, and then it says unclaimed bed. Click the E key and the spawn point is set. This is most important because we have a look at our map. We're up here and we spawn down here. If we didn't have a bed, if we got killed, we'd end up back down here when we respawned. But because we've got a bed and we've set that as our spawn point, if we get killed, we'll wake up in here. And we've got this box here, it's empty, and we can put our stuff in there. So, we wouldn't put this in here because we're wearing that. You can see the blue shading, we're wearing that. And we've already got a torch, so the spare, all that stuff can stay in there. And as you see, if we click the 3 key, now we can see at night. But we're very close to the Black Forest, right next to the Black Forest here. So I suggest you don't go out at night because we haven't even encountered any of these bad guys yet. They will be out there and you don't want to fight them at night until you've had a bit of experience. Right, I'm going to close the episode out there now. I hope this has been some use to you. Stay tuned for the next episode. If you got any use out of this at all, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and you'll get more up-to-date information as I produce more videos. Take care and see you all in the next video.